Typically when you think about doing missions, your first thought is something like going to the 1040 window or going to the Pacific Rim. But oftentimes we don't consider that there are places in the United States that are in great need of evangelism and church planting. Utah is one of those places.
Timothy and Haley O'Day are recent graduates of Union University's School of Theology and Missions. Their calling is to serve as church planters in the Salt Lake City area of Utah.
You can walk down the street and be guaranteed that if you strike up a conversation with anybody, they don't know what the gospel is.
You can drive around and it looks like there are church buildings everywhere. And so it looks like it's a really churched area, but all of those buildings that look like churches are actually Mormon churches or Mormon meeting houses. Our hearts started being really moved towards the fact that there are people in our own country who speak our own language that don't know the true gospel of Jesus Christ, maybe have never even heard it.
We couldn't help but ask ourselves the question, why not go to Utah?
Union University prepares students to minister and serve in locations around the world.
One of the exciting things that I get to do, and others here at Union, is to help prepare people like Timothy and Haley for such a task. We don't want to just get them through a class, but help them to find out how God is calling them, how God has gifted them to use them in His kingdom.
Our vision is to start a gospel movement in Utah. Not just to plant a single church, but to begin a movement where a church planted would then plant several more churches. And we could see leadership rise up from within Utah to where it's not people coming in to share the gospel anymore, but there are leaders equipped who are indigenous to the area.
The Dallas Cowboys, the most profitable sports franchise in the world, 5 Super Bowl championships, and so it's pretty special to be a part of.
Mark Brown is a 2013 graduate of Union University's Sport Management program. He's the event manager at The Star, the Dallas Cowboys' new $1.5 billion headquarters and training facility.
Myself and our operations team handle all the events that take place in Ford Center or on campus at The Star.
Detail is a big thing for us. One of the things with Mark, he really looks out for the way every guest is going to experience something, every client's going to experience something.
Mark credits his education at Union for much of his success in sport management.
I think one of the advantages to getting an education at Union has to do with the relationships that you build. We do encourage our students to get involved as much as they can in anything that gives them hands-on experience.
The way that my professors really challenged me and all of my classmates as a group to think for ourselves and really figuring out for ourselves what it means to be a Christian in a professional setting.
When I was a junior in high school, I took my first physics class and I just fell in love with the subject, and I just kind of had this moment where I thought engineering, it's a great combination of using physics and math to solve real-world problems.
Chelsea Johnson is a 2016 graduate of Union University's engineering program. She is currently earning a master's degree in aerospace engineering at Georgia Tech. As a Union student, she helped design a solar water heater for Orphanage Emmanuel in Honduras.
I was passionate about working on something that we could actually implement to help this orphanage and cut down on their power costs. We designed it, we built it, we tested it, and then at the end, during spring break, helped install that and build that from scratch.
A number of our students really come here wanting to serve people through engineering. It is a wonderful opportunity to get to work with students. It is a high calling and a humbling calling.
While earning her degree from Union, Chelsea realized her calling.
So I started thinking, since my engineering professors, they had such a huge impact on me, maybe I could also go on and become a professor and then teach others how to do engineering and have that similar relationship, student and professor. I really truly felt like the Lord kind of called me to that, to teaching, to mentoring, and I'm working towards a PhD so that I can teach at a university level.
In the process of choosing a college, I was immediately impressed with the rigorous academic reputation along with the integration of Christian faith.
Trey Tharp is a Union University senior from Paris, Tennessee. Though undecided about a major as a freshman, conversations with professors soon provided clarity.
One of the distinctive aspects of life at Union is how our faith informs every aspect of our lives. And I remember the first conversation I had with Trey, and I realized I was talking with a young man whose heart was bent towards serving the Lord.
Micah 6:8 talks about doing justice, loving kindness, and walking humbly with God. And so I discovered social work would be the primary means for me to do that and to put hands and feet to the gospel and the implications of the gospel.
It has seemed like a good fit for him, and I just see how God's going to use him in whatever particular job he might have.
Life at Union extends beyond the classroom, with a vibrant campus community that enhances the overall educational experience.
On-campus involvement has been a large part of my experience here at Union and has allowed me to experience the close-knit community through on-campus ministries, going on go trips, through residence life and life groups. I am extremely glad I chose to come here. I've been able to build lifelong relationships, and I have a place that has shaped my soul and my mind.
As you consider Union University and whether God is calling you to Union as a place to pursue your higher education goals, I hope that you can see from these stories that Union has a transformative effect on our students. No matter what God is calling you to do, Union is a place that can prepare you well to faithfully and courageously live your life for the kingdom of God. I invite you to join us at Union University.